What's this? Okay, hello there, Internet. I am your host, Jane. Welcome back. So let's play Master Detective Archives Raincoat. We left off. We were on the train with the other members of the World Detective Agency, and only to find out that all five of them are dead.
Where am I?
Also, we're haunted by this hot ghost lady named Shinigami. Arrested by the Popo of Amaterasu Corporation, and now we're,
You did this, Shinigami? Is this why? I don't understand any of this. Where are we?
Simply put, it's an alternate universe. It's got that kind of vibe, right?
An alternate universe.
Hey, you don't sound surprised. Come on, it's awesome! You probably think it's cliched, huh? Well, this isn't any old alternate universe.
She's adorable.
Check this out! Ta-da! This is the Mystery Labyrinth. It's a maze that materializes mysteries from...
Materializes
Unsolved mysteries become lost to time, right? Well, here, they actually take shape as a mystery labyrinth. Now, this maze is the materialized form of the unsolved murders that took place on the Amaterasu Express.
This maze is the mystery?
I have the power to
Like the
interact
Zodiac
with this
Killer?
mystery labyrinth. That's why we were able to come here in the first place. Anyway, Master, we're gonna beat the Amaterasu Express Massacre Mystery Labyrinth.
What happens when we beat it?
In every case, there's a hidden truth. And we have to find the truth deep inside this mystery labyrinth. So, if we beat this mystery labyrinth, the truth of that case will be revealed. Naturally, so will the true identity of the killer. Now, let's solve this thing.
We'll discover the killer's identity too?
You couldn't solve it in reality, so we're solving it in this alternate universe. There are two sides of this, but whether or not you discover the truth depends on the person entering the labyrinth. The more complex the mystery is in the real world, the more complex the maze will be too. Killers in real-world cases throw whatever obstacles they can at investigators, right? Those are also materialized into the maze, so this is gonna be a tough battle.
So, you're saying there are...
Yep. Looks like you're finally getting it. Now that I've explained it all, let's head into the dungeon.
Hold on! I don't understand any of...
Seriously, you don't get it?
A mystery labyrinth is a maze based on a real mystery. This one...
Yep, you're right so far.
So, if there's...
So I take it these are gonna be like the Clash
truth
Trials?
inside a mystery lab, the Amaterasu Express case will be...
Yup, you totally get it.
What? I don't get any...
Sheesh. This is why you're a benchwarmer detective.
Of course I am!
Okay, I'll explain more about how it works as we explore them. If you have any more questions along the way, stare at my boobs for 8 seconds.
Yeah, those are some nice
Disappear.
anime.
No, it won't!
Relax, relax. Come on, let's go. Time to sorry. I forgot to mention the important keys. Whoopsie.
Keys? You mean for opening door?
Yeah, something like that, but keys in the mystery labyrinth are used to... They're called solution keys, and they're essential to clear the mystery lab.
So, where do I find?
Solution keys are materialized clues for a case. Normally, you'd get them during the You kinda had to rush through the investigation this time around, so, for starters, try to recall all that happened on board the Amaterasu Express.
The Amaterasu Express is the only method of transport. It's an automated, unmanned train with 5 cars. There were no stops before our destination, so a monitor in the backup control room displays the operation log. And there was no record of the train's...
What? I'm sorry. What was it? Oh, so these are like evidence.
So this is a solution key. But why did it come out of your mouth?
That's what I was thinking!
What do you mean? So I don't have to use my hands. I worked really hard developing this method.
You put thought into this?
That face is a mood.
So that's how words and events you think are clues get transformed into solution keys. Let's keep reviewing what happened in this case.
Alright, I'll do my best. The incident occurred inside the Amaterasu Express, including myself. There were 6 Master Detective Aphex and Poochie's abilities confirmed. There were no other passengers on the
And who died first again?
It was Zilch, and the first car's infirm. I noticed smoke pouring through the crack of the door, and looking through the window, I saw a knife stuck. The infirmary was on fire, so I hurried to open the door, but it wouldn't budge.
Does that mean this was a locked room mystery?
Not really. There's a chance the killer had a duplicate key.
That's no fun.
Anyway, I broke the door's window and unlocked the door from the inside to enter the... By then, Zilch's corpse had burnt to a... I wanted to alert the others, so I moved to the second car. But I found Melamie's corpse there. I think she was set on fire with the liquor in the dining...
Ooh, a flambe! A human flambe.
That reminds me, something was off about car 2, right before the train entered the tunnel.
Isn't that from entering the tunnel? It's like air pressure, wind stuff.
And there was a blackout right after, although it only lasted a moment.
Yeah, what was up with that blackout? Was there one on the other side of the tunnel too?
No. When we exited the tunnel, there was shaking again, but no, there was something else too. Something that happened when we were in the 4th car.
I wonder if that's a clue. And the next corpse, was the little girl in the 3rd car?
Yeah, it was
What the-
Poochie. Another burnt body.
Wasn't there a secret base thing?
You mean the backup control system? The control system automatically manages the When the main control system fails...
You may have amnesia, but you've got a pretty good memory.
I did notice that the backup control... And if the backup was on, that means the main system... What do you think about that?
The train never stopped, so it doesn't change the fact that no one could get in or out, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Next, you found the geezer's corpse in the 4th car, right? He was also covered. Was there anything strange about that corpse?
He didn't have any external wounds, but he was holding the cell phone he uses for his photography.
Oh yeah, that useless ability. It's basically no better than a dash cam. Anyway, forget about the geezer for now. Don't want that old man smell haunting my memories.
But why?
Next and last is the 5th car. Come on,
The body we found in the 5th car was completely charred. It was impossible, but the necklace around the corpse's neck confirmed it was a... We also discovered a stab wound to the chest. Also, judging by things like the plate on the wall, the 5th car appeared to be...
Maybe the room ended up like that because the victim was on fire and running around trying to put it out.
Oh, and the blood on the interior lock of the 5th car's infirmary is an important clue.
Uh-huh. So,
Wait, there was something. According to the Peacekeeper's reports, they all burned to death. But that part seemed...
Alright, victims all burned up according to Key report.
And they also mentioned there was a knockout.
Oh, was that
That's
one?
everything of...
Did he drink coffee? Can you please stop doing that?
What a big catch! This should be enough solution keys to solve it.
But I still...
Master, you worry too much. I'm sure it'll turn out fine. Solution keys are important to solving mysteries. Yours truly is important too. Sure hope you got all that down. Shinigami's Tutorial Corner! Hey, Master! Set whichever skills suit you best. Time to head off in search of the truth. Let's...
Well, things really... So, this is the Mystery Labyrinth. It sure... Hey, if we keep...
Come on, would I like... I told you the deepest part of the labyrinth holds the truth. I'm so horny for mysteries right now.
Yeah. What?
I'm so horny for mysteries right now. Better write this down. You definitely want to remember this.
Alright,
Come on, Pete. You better not be skimming. Hey, Matt, set whichever skills suit you best. You definitely want to remember this. Come on, you can set whichever skills suit you best.
Hey, did something move just now?
Oh, that's a cue.
insert Star Trek joke here.
Monster living in the mid...
They're not exactly monsters. Q are part of the Mystery Labyrinth itself. They're what material... Q have no intelligence or autonomy. All they do is manifest the mysteries in the labyrinths. But since you are here to defeat mysteries, they're kinda like a...
So in other words, they're the enemy.
Of course, as a detective seeking the truth, mysteries are...
What is that?
Oh crap. We got an Australian.
What the? There are
That's a mystery phantom.
A mystery phantom?
I told you that cues make mysteries materialize. Well, if there's someone in the real world trying to interfere with the case, that person also, that's a mystery phantom.
Interfering with the case? Hey, doesn't he kind of look like Swank of the Peep?
If the peacekeepers are tied up in this, then maybe this incident has something to do with Amaterasu Corporation.
You're the culprit.
Huh?
So they're literally just Persona 5.
Since all the other passengers on the train are dead, you're the only one who could have done the crime. So you're the culprit. That's...
Master, he's trying to frame you to bury the case. If you can't get past this, you...
What do I do? Should I just run?
A detective doesn't run from a mystery. You gotta defeat him.
Defeat him?
Master, are you ready to give your life for the truth?
Huh?
Just say...
I am!
What the hell is this? What's up your mouth, lady?
What? A sword?
I call it the Solution Blade. It's a sword with special powers to affect things inside the mystery. Use that to boom kill the mystery phantom. Let's do this.
Whoa, slow down.
I'm sure you'll figure it out eventually. Anyway, damage you take here is nothing to sniff at. It's not like an injury in the real. The more and more your mind realizes you've been hurt here, you'll wind up brain dead. It'll be game over, time to start from the beginning again. No one wants that, so you'd better be super careful. Come on, pay attention. You're dead?
Can I ask him if again? Make a mistake. I'll face gonna stand on very crease. Oh yeah, these are definitely the class trials.
I'll tell you a mystery labyrinth secret.
Alright, during the Reason's death match, a mystery fan will attack the master.
Dodge, dodge, duck, dodge.
So it's Dark Souls.
Come on, pay attention. Don't you forget. Don't let any shady statements slip by. Master doesn't make mistakes, right? Slash those suspicious statements. Oh.
Alright, let's see.
No need to draw this out. You're the culprit behind this case.
You let it go.
I bastard the
Oh yeah, this is
dead.
Everyone else is You're the only one who could
Done the crime.
Slash through this mystery.
literally.
No, there's no way I could have done
So what she keys are literally just truth bullets. So it's taking her off with a sword. And it stays that way.
I wasn't conscious the whole time because I drank the drugged coffee in the dining car.
It's no use. Your deduction is wrong.
Yeah, look at my gamer keyboard eyebrow things.
You were out the whole time.
You better not be skimming over this. Ridiculous! You're the culprit! You knew it was drunk. That's how
You avoided being knocked out.
the other detectives were drugged. And you went around killing them all. You're busted. You took the waste copy. And only pretended to drink.
Take it.
Ooh.
Say,
That's right.
You were out the whole time.
ridiculous! You're the culprit. You knew it was drugged. That's how you avoided being knocked out. The other detectives were drugged. And you went around killing them all. You're busted. You took the waste copy. And only pretended.
Pretended to drink it.
This is the truth.
Literally. Yeah, this really is just taking Rampa's 4.
Zange's photography footage showed me drinking the coffee. That proves I wasn't faking anything.
Dead or alive.
Did I?
See? No matter how weak you are, things will turn out fine.
He tried to frame me as the...
Guess that's what Amaterasu Corp is doing. They want to set you up, and that's why the Peacekeepers barged in as soon as the train...
So they knew what was going to happen.
Or someone hired by them. Either way, the Peacekeepers want to hide...
So the reason Control Headquarters didn't respond to the emergency calls...
Probably. Now that we know what they're aiming for, we're one step close. Let's keep this up and unriddle this mystery labyrinth.
You're awfully casual about this. My life is at stake here.
Oh wait, come think of it, he did say it. She did say it had been 2 hours, and that happened when we drank the coffee.
Huh?
Oh crap.
But what do you do here?
Let's keep this up and unriddle this mystery labyrinth so we...
You're busted.
I understand now that the mystery labyrinth is the case's mystery. But what do you do here?
Simply put, I'm the one and only cutie that can directly interact with the progress you've made in the mystery labyrinth and solving those mysteries here. It's all thanks to...
How are you able to...
I don't know what to tell you. I've always been able to do this, so I forgot how. More importantly, you got drugged and knocked out. You are so pissed. No wonder you're waddling around like a toddler.
I thought I was dizzy because I've got this weird ghost thing haunting me.
Huh? Making a pact with me won't make you dizzy. Making a pact with me won't make you dizzy. It just reduces your lifespan by a lot.
Wait, what?
You're kidding, right? Right?
Who do you think is the culprit, Master?
I think it's obvious.
If
Shank
dreams
killed
were
an
drugged
autistic
in the
child.
car, the culprit must have been on the train before anyone else.
Oh, so then all you have to do is ask around and figure out what order everyone got on board. Oh, wait a minute. You can't, because they're all dead!
You aren't taking this very seriously, are you?
So he's literally just Sean. After playing way too much Dungeons and Dragons, he's like, what's the point of running in here? Oh my god, a weird ass door.
This place. Whoa. The path is forked in two. Which way should I go?
This fork in the path is also a materialized mystery, so you should know which way to go if you solve it. First, let's clarify what mystery this is exactly.
Huh? How do you do that?
Like this.
Huh?
Oh! crap, she killed him, she killed him, she killed him.
Blood! Blood!
Quit overreacting, Master. This is a mystery labyrinth. It's fun. Anyway, take a look. I'll use the blood of the Truth Seeker as a conduit to expose the mystery blocking the path.
Is that a question?
That's the mystery standing in your way. You just need to pick the right path and...
This is an acid trip.
6 on the train. It must... If I don't think the culprit is among the 6 on the train, then but if I think the culprit is one of the 6 on board, I need to take the left path.
There's only one truth.
I'd go for no.
So, you think the culprit is...
I mean, they did say that the coffee and the... We're talking about a train run by a definitely evil corporation. Thanks, Eason. And they explicitly said that all the coffee and wine was drugged.
Right here!
I take that as a yes. Oh.
What are you doing? How many... Time for a do-over.
Aw, crap.
So, you think the culprit...
Well...
Right here! Okay, let's go. Can I go through now?
You got it right?
You're making fun of me, aren't you? The other one is wrong.
I love you, Ma.
This is obviously the right answer.
And more of the rocker Australian.
Again? What?
It's trying to bury the truth again. Go get him, Master.
Baba boy. So I take it the reasoning death match.
Your deduction is wrong. Other than the 6 on the train, you must have had an accomplice.
This is the truth. 2 master detectives used their abilities to prove that only 6 people were on the train. If it was only one person, they could have been lying or an imposter. But 2 of them?
Wrong! Your reasoning is completely off! What good does that testimony even do? Your accomplice just wasn't there when those 2 checked! Came aboard after that. So what if the windows don't open? While everyone was knocked out, you secretly stopped the train and let your partner board.
I'll slash through this mystery. Backup control room's operation log showed that the train never... And the doors won't open unless the train stops.
Damn.
Looks like you're getting the hang of this, Master.
You make it sound like I'm the bad guy here. Hey, I was wondering, if the Mystery Labyrinth, wouldn't it reject my answers, even if they're... Or maybe the questions them...
No chance. A mystery labyrinth has no self-will. It can't lie or create things not based on the real-world mystery. This place is a direct manifestation of a mystery. You can always progress as long as you keep... In that sense, the labyrinth is fair.
I see.
By the way, about the culprit being one of the 6 of you... How could the culprit commit the crime when all the other passengers besides you were dead?
Another fork in the road.
This is how we reach the truth. It reflects how problems are real.
Well,
It doesn't matter. You just need to solve...
If everyone died, how did the culprit pull it off?
Say,
yeah.
Well, consider...
oh, I got it. Master, leave this to...
Hey, wait!
The culprit just played dead. Because if they did commit suicide after the crime, they'd be dead right now. And that's no fun at all.
That's your reasoning? Wait, what's this chain?
I told you we share mind and body. The chain is proof of that. Our relationship can never be broken apart.
That's terrible!
Please, you should consider yourself lucky you're being haunted by a cutie like me. I'm so tired. I pulled you up here, so you can walk the rest of the way yourself.
I didn't ask you to do that. So you think this path will lead toward the truth, right?
No idea. This is a labyrinth. It's pretty common to encounter dead ends.
Whoa, watch out!
You see? What did I tell you? Dead end.
Don't sound so proud of yourself. You choke.
If it's a dead end, maybe the culprit wasn't...
I searched all 5 bodies, and they were...
Oh, so the...
You changed your mind already?
Exploring all possibilities is an important part... By the way, I did say but I'm not that good at solving mysteries.
You could have said that a little earlier.
I just want to help. I like when you rely on me, Mask.
Anyway, what's going on in the real world while we're in the mystery?
Time has stopped on the other side. We're sort of set apart from the normal. In other words, you're still surrounded by people.
So if we return without solving the mystery, well...
As a result, this murder case will remain unsolved and linger in people's memories as naturally, this mystery labyrinth will also survive. And that creates an even bigger problem.
Which is?
Leaving a case unsolved means that it will go to... The more bizarre a mystery is, the more it attracts people's interest. And the more people rack their brains about that mystery, the bigger the mystery eventually, the mystery labyrinth would gain enough power to start affecting the real world. It would implant insidious ideas into people's minds, creating more murderers, and in turn...
So,
mystery
Palace is
labyrinths.
Persona 5.
Labyrinths can create endless cycles. That's why it's best to cut it off as soon as possible.
It sounds way more daunting than I...
other route is commit suicide after the crime. There's no other option, so it has to be the right answer.
Red Skull? What's it doing here?
Careful. But to commit suicide after the crime would mean... After killing the other 4, the culprit killed themselves, right? Is that really the right answer?
The Mystery Labyrinth's routes represent logical deduction. But there's only one route, and it's the only possibility. I think the only option left is the culprit off themselves. We just need to find that suicidal pest.
I'm a suicidal pest.
What's going on here?
Oh my god, a minecart.
This is part of the mystery materializing. You just need to solve it. Come on, Master! Concentrate! Come on, concentrate!
Oh yeah, funny story, funny thing how to work. So I was carrying 2 towels, like some guys like, there's they said, you look like a waiter of towels. I'm like, that's called a butler. All right, what was the last person to die? The culprit. Yep, it was him.
Committed suicide after the crime.
Right, because they wouldn't be able to kill someone else if they off themselves already. Come on, let's try again.
Who has set fire to the dead culprit?
Of course. The person who started the fires must be the culprit.
Oh god, is this?
All 5 burned to death, so the culprit
So the death
died
matches were of
last.
course the reference to Ding around to the.
Come on, let's try again.
Who was the last person to die and be burned to death?
This way. We're gonna crash.
Come on, let's try again.
Oh yeah, right. It was Zilch. It was Zilch.
One who burned the other 4, then set themselves on fire. Is Zilch.
I know it. I know that guy was sus.
But you know, setting aside the idea that the culprit was the last to die, didn't we discover his body first?
According to the Peacekeepers, the victims all burned to death, right? But when we first found Zilch in Car 1, he wasn't burnt yet. If that's the case, that means he must have burned to death although everyone else we found after him had already died from burns.
Alright. So if they all burned to death, then the last...
I think the culprit killed everyone in the opposite order of how we found their corpses. Starting from Car 5, he killed them in order one by one, then set it...
So Detective Four Eyes is without a doubt the culprit, but he can...
The door!
The door.
Whoa!
See, I told you it would be fine. I'm such a terrific guide.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's Satan.
Is that the end of it?
I guess that's everything. Seems sweet. What's wrong, Master?
I'm wondering if that's really all that
Yeah.
happened. Something about this...
It reminds me of, started like remind me a lot like of Yuma trying to save him, but being pointless in the end. Reminds me a lot of yeah, I noticed like this really fucked up scene in The Incredibles where basically there was a suicide jumper, a guy trying to jump off a building, like a suicide. That Mr. Incredible saved him. Granted, he was like, I think you broke something. But, dear God, that scene was kind of dark for Disney standards.
It does? You think so?
What's going on?
Conclusion. Zilch killed the other.
There's only one door. No other option. Maybe this really is the end. Well, I hope this...
Wait. Mystery labyrinths contain all the mysteries of the real-world case, including things like... Which means this could be an attempt by the...
So, you don't think this is the truth?
I'm not sure, but I have a feel...
If so, then this door...
How can we tell?
If you think it's fake, why not try... And I won't tell you exactly what will happen. I don't want to affect your
You've already affected my judgment. I guess the only way to find out is to just... How do I do
that?
So it was fake!
You said it just...
It's rare for a fake exit to appear. This mystery labyrinth is way... Master, don't lay your guard down.
Make sure you drop your money before you drop dead. I promise I'll show mercy to your wallet.
Or money? Oh yeah, I wanted to say this like the other day. So so I played TF2 and I've actually played Heavy. I made two people. Heavy classes I don't even use very much. Medic and Engineer.
Are you gonna remember all of this?
Oh, noise. Just
Sure hope you got all that down.
basically me and this other player. I use Heavy Soldier as I met.
Reason is obvious. Zelch is the only one who could have done the crime. He burned the four passed out victims.
Then set himself on fire and died from immolation.
Okay, that was kind of sheer luck.
No. Now that I think about it, Zilch's suicide by fire doesn't make sense. Because when I saw Zilch through the window, there was a knife in his chest. If he burned himself, then why would there be a knife stuck there?
You little brat.
Basically, me and this other player, we were invincible together.
I was the knife stuck in the body. Of course I know why. Yeah, it was to knock himself out.
Say,
I was the knife stuck in the body.
of course I know why.
It was to knock himself out. He stabbed himself.
So he would pass out easier. Then set himself on fire. Dying by fire is a painful way to go. He wanted to make it less painful. The culprit has to be Zilch. He committed suicide by self-immolation.
That's true.
I was the knife
Stuck in the body?
Of course I know why. Yeah, it was to knock himself out.
I'll slash through this mystery. His plan was to fall unconscious. He would have used the drugged cop. That's a much easier way to pass out.
And then Godo passes out in the middle of the forest nearby. But then wakes up because caffeine keeps him alive. And then I played engineer, and dear God, I had a very good turret. And it was like something I got very disappointed.
I see. So they're trying to mislead you about the cause of death for Detective Four Eyes.
Basically, I was like on the other team, and I was doing the Kazaki kick with my other teammates, and then the game auto balanced on me. My disappointment was immeasurable, and my day was ruined.
Right. The Peacekeeper said all the detectives burned to death. But Zilch's corpse in the first car, to me, it looked more like he was stabbed.
So the Peacekeeper's report was a lie? But they have no reason. If they wanted to set you up as the culprit, they'd be...
Yeah, you're right. They all must have died by fire. And for some reason, only Zilch appeared to have been stabbed. I get it. So that's what was bothering me. But no matter how hard I think about it, I can't seem to figure out what happened next.
Huh? Why's that?
I don't have enough clues about Zilch in the first car. I should have investigated it more after discovering the body, but...
So we're stuck right here. I don't see any other routes to break through this mystery. But I do know there can't be a labyrinth without a goal. The truth is always behind a mystery. You wish you had investigated more, right? So, you think you'd have the answer if you'd done that?
Huh? Yeah, maybe.
Oh, fine. My secret weapon is so draining, I try to avoid using it as much as... But I just love it when you rely on me, Master.
No, he's a peepee.
I have a bad feeling about this.
This is all for you, Master. Ready, Master?
And then she throws like a baseball at him. Wait, what? Oh, God.
What's going on?
I'm extracting your memory and materializing it inside the mystery. This is my super cute special... See? If you investigate here, you might make some...
Oh, the shock from all this is making my...
You don't have any time to waste, Master. This is pumped out of that slow brain of yours, so don't assume it'll stick around. You have until the pain in your head clears up. Now...
Got it.
I'll be back next episode, I guess.